Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech and this is the unboxing and review of the Xiaomi Mi Smart Home Kit. So guys, inside the kit, these are all the things that we get. We get all these boxes. Let me just quickly unbox each and everything and then I'll quickly show you how I've set up all these devices and how they work. Now inside this box, we have the gateway or the central hub that actually communicates with the internet and with all the Xiaomi devices that are connected in your home. Next we have this control switch, which is like a button with 3 actions: single tap, double tap and long press. Next we have a motion sensor. We have this small hole to it. We need to reset this device using a pin to connect it to the hub. The same thing applies to other smart devices too. Next we have the door and window sensor, which has 2 triggers when you open the door and when you close it. It has 2 pieces and it uses magnet to see if it is connected or not. Next we have the temperature sensor, which simply checks the temperature of the room. So guys, this is a power socket which comes with the same Chinese input and also has a button at the top to reset the device and to turn it on and turn it off. By the way guys, we don't need to insert any batteries in all these smart sensors. They come pre-installed with batteries and probably run for months. It has been more than 6 months since I've been using them and they're still working. So that's pretty good. Now let me show you how I'm using all these devices. So guys, these are all the things that we get in the Xiaomi's Mi Smart Home Kit. Among them, temperature sensor is missing. I've just misplaced it somewhere. Anyway, I was not able to use it with any home automation, so I'm just gonna skip that part. Now let me put all these things aside and come to this particular device. This is the main hub. All your sensors, all your Xiaomi products connect to the hub and the hub gets connected to the internet. And you can control all these sensors and automate it via this hub. So this hub has a speaker built into it, an LED light, and it even has this button. So we can configure this button to do different things. I guess I've configured it to just turn on the light. It can also be used to stream Chinese radio. Well, we are not going to use that. Now let me just plug it in. By the way, this is the Xiaomi's power strip. I've already made a video on that. You can check this product in our channel. So as you can see, it is blinking. When it first powers on, it'll just try to connect to the internet. I've already configured this hub and all the smart sensors and devices. We'll just look at them one after another. So this is my phone. Okay, now that this is connected, it has been recognized or it went online and it get detected. Now it shows up in the Mi Home application. Now it's called the Live Room Gateway. I just called it the hub. Now these are all the things that I've connected to my account. Now all these smart sensors either have a button or a small hole to connect to this gateway. So the first thing that you do once you open them up is first connect the gateway to a power socket, then connect the gateway to your existing Wi-Fi network using your phone. You're basically linking this particular gateway to your Xiaomi account, and then you can start linking all these sensors to this gateway. By the way, I also have other Xiaomi products that can be controlled over Wi-Fi, like this eSmart webcam. This is the ceiling light and this is the U-light, which we can control over Wi-Fi or the internet. Now all these smart devices are connected to my Xiaomi account, and once they're connected, I can manage them, automate them, turn it on or off using this gateway. Now let's go to the gateway settings. By the way, all these are Chinese products and they're not globally launched. So if you want to use them, you need to install the Mi Home application, and when you first open it, it'll ask you to choose the location. From the location list, you need to select mainland China. If you select anything else like India, you might not be able to connect with any of these devices. And another important thing, don't blindly update this gateway or any other Xiaomi product online. For example, I've updated the firmware of this eSmart camera and I'm not able to use it right now. I get an error message saying this product is made for China and should only be used in China. So to avoid such things, don't update it directly. When you get a new update, just do a Google search of the firmware version number and see that it's not breaking devices in other places. Anyway, let's come back to the gateway. Here's the settings for the gateway. We can change the color from here. We can turn it on first, so you can see the light. Let me reduce the brightness. So from here we can change the color. This is for the brightness. If we go to the auto section, we can create different scenes or automation scenarios. If we go to the devices, we can see the list of devices connected to this particular gateway. Now I've connected the door or window sensor. So I've connected this door and window sensor. Next we have this wireless switch, a power socket, and finally a motion sensor. For the gateway, there's a button over here, and I've configured it to simply turn on the light and turn it off. So this is the door and window sensor, and whenever someone opens the door, I get that sound. And whenever someone closes it, I don't get a sound. So we can do cool stuff like this. Now this is the switch that has 3 actions. We can configure it to do different things. For example, for a single click, I'll get an alarm in 10 minutes. For a double click, I'll get an alarm in 30 minutes. And if I do a long press, it'll simply turn on the light and turn it off. It acts like a toggle switch. So this is what I'm using this switch for. Next we have this power socket. So all it has is this single button over here. It's just a power socket that can be controlled over Wi-Fi. You can schedule it to turn off automatically after 3 hours or by even a click of a button. So far I really didn't have any use for this. Now the final thing is this motion sensor. This is really cool. I've set it up in my room such that whenever I enter the room, light gets turned on automatically. And it does work really well. Now what you can do and can't do with all these smart devices is really up to you. Now let me just quickly show you the things that I've created. Now first for the gateway, this is the lamp color and this one is for the brightness. So this is the wireless switch. On long press, it's just going to toggle this light. Next we have a single click and double click. So for single click, I'll get an alarm after 45 minutes. And then this is for the double click. I'll get an alarm in 10 minutes. So this is something really cool. Now these are the settings for the motion sensor. Every time it detects any motion, it'll turn on the light, and after 30 seconds or 1 minute, it'll switch it off. So this is the basic setup. And if there is no motion, after some time it'll turn off the light. I think I've disabled it. Anyway, that's what I did. And if you select the temperature sensor, it'll just give you the room temperature, and depending upon the temperature, we can trigger some things like turning power on to the power socket, turning on the light or turning it off, and doing stuff like that. So guys, now for a very quick demonstration. That's the motion sensor over there, and that's the E light bulb. And when I try to move in front of it, it'll turn on the light. So as you have seen, it does work. And I've set it up such that after 30 seconds the light turns off automatically. Now this is the switch, and I've configured it to toggle the E light bulb on long press. If I long press it, it'll turn on the bulb, and if I do the same thing again, it'll turn it off. So there you go, the bulb is on. Now it is off. Now we're going to check out the door sensor. So I've placed the door sensor over here. Now let me just try to open the door. I've been using this smart home setup for about few months now. Yes, there are some inconsistencies. Yes, sometimes they work and rarely sometimes they don't. But on the whole, for the price we are paying, it's just an awesome experience to have. Everyone in my home, every one of my friends and relatives are really amazed or shocked whenever they enter my room. The light simply turns on and they're just simply surprised. So we can do things like that and more with automation things like this. And by the way, my favorite one out of them all is definitely this particular switch. Rest of the things are pretty good too, but this is the one I use the most. So guys, this is the Mi Smart Home Kit. It's an awesome product to give it a try. If you are looking for an out-of-the-box experience of an home automation system, this is definitely the best way to get started. Now this will be more fun to use if you have more Xiaomi devices. If you are interested in this product, link will be in the description. Do check it out. If you have any doubts, comments, complaints, do let me know by commenting below this video. And if you want us to make any specific video, tweet out to us with the hashtag AskGreedyTech on Twitter, and I'll try to make it as soon as possible. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.